Wepa, para que tú sepas, Omega, Bori Supremo. Welcome to a new Crusaders podcast. And tonight is a very special podcast because I'm hanging out with the one and only DJ Supremo of YT and streaming networks on the Real Talk. I mean, let me tell you my origin story before I even bring them in. So one day I'm just, I'm working. I'm stressed out of my mind. I'm a huge hip hop fan. So let me say, all right, let me go to YouTube. Let me look for a live DJ. And so happens I see FullBlast Radio. I'm like, all right, what's this? And oh my God, my man was throwing down such a ill mix and blend. So then day after day, I just had to keep checking. Watch this dude's schedule. This is insane. I become a big fan and finally started to say, okay, let me chime in. Let me tell you, this man has created an amazing community behind FullBlast. This is the one and only Djtiger.
Yo. What's good? Omega. Salute, my brother.
Salute, man. Very honored. Happy one, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you brought it in, vibing to some jams.
Woo. Vibing, sipping, Yeah,
it's man. True. What's your community, which is what's crazy. This is why I want to talk to you here because there's so many podcasters and vidcasters out there talking about building community, and doing things. But then you see engagement so minimal. But you have such an engaged community that calls themselves the tribe. I mean, even right now, we have 6 Element of Hip Hop, Brother Dragon, Kareem, the Mario, Mick Tyler. Right now, they're all just tuning in, hanging out with us, and even more from your family. You're going to keep tuning in and coming, which is great. And obviously, the Common Crusaders family. So salute to everyone right now that's tuning in. This is basically we want to do, like I said in that picture, the life of a tiger. Djtiger at that, Wepa. So, brother man, I want to get into details of your origin. You are, in fact, one of the best hip-hop DJs, and I mean a true hip-hop DJ. You really bring, and I'm definitely going to ask you about later, about that the shade towards the mumble, but you bring us that true hip-hop flavor, and not just the hip-hop, but the R&B, the soul, and also many different mixes. So let's go back and take those baby steps into the origins, all right? Because I see, based on my notes, I did my homework, Tiger. I'm not gonna flash the government name, all right? But but I know that you've done professionally. You've been a credit underwriter, right? Mm-hmm. You've been working for Stony Brook for a minute as a DJ and producer. I mean, where does that all come from, man? What are the early stories from DJ? Like, where you first of all, where were you raised at and born at?
All right, I was born in Glen Cove, New York, 1970.
All right.
Pisces. Season's coming up again. Home of Ashanti. Shout out to Ashanti. And
how much it keeps flying?
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Right. So I think when I was 3, I moved to Huntington, where I grew up. Green Lawn, Huntington. Long Island, Strong Island, represent. Right. And I guess when I was even before I started dabbling into like getting records and stuff. Yeah. Like all this stuff has been coming back to me, like maybe within the last year or two, like remembering where the music came from. Remembering like the barbecues when my parents, my uncles was playing Evelyn Champagne King. You know what I mean? Earth, Wind, and Fire, Isley Brothers. So like not even knowing it then, you just hearing the music. But
gotcha. So a question there then that goes then. So was your family very musically inclined as you were growing up? Were they always jamming on something?
Yeah. And like I said, it was like normal to me, but I didn't realize it till like I said, like now I'm like, wow, I got this from like my father. Like my father had records all over. Diana Ross, Shaka Khan, Weather Report. You know what I mean?
I just picked up. Oh my God! I went to Barnes and Noble today because shout out to my baby girl. It's her 20th birthday, making me feel old, bro.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Yeah, I'm gonna call her Ali Mega. That's what I'm gonna call her for now. But yeah, she's awesome. 20th birthday. So I actually picked up an album of that particular band today. I was like, nah. Let me get something better.
Okay.
Let her pick on her own. Let me not put it too much influence.
Yeah.
I influenced her with metal growing up and hip hop, so she's a lover of both. You know what I mean?
Hey, good music's good music. You know.
You, bro. I hear you. So to get into that, so what did your parents play around you mostly, if you remember, tracking back?
Like I said, a lot of the songs I'm like that, like I'm finding that I'm playing. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember hearing this one. You know what I mean? My mother was a big Johnny Mathis fan.
What?
She had like Johnny Mathis albums like crazy. I guess every time he dropped an album, she had it. My father, like I said, my father had Diana Ross. Oh, he had one of my favorite ones, Ohio Players Honey. You know that?
Oh, nice. Yes. Yes.
And I was like, whoa, okay. So, and just playing the record, just listening to the songs. And my father had an old Lafayette turntable. It was like a wooden base.
He says Lafayette, my God, yo.
Remember it had where the record loads and it drops down? It had that thing on it. So, he went mute.
I'm saying that was whole high tech back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It had the rubber mat on it. It was like this thick.
Yeah, man. Talk about trying to prevent bouncing, but didn't really help.
I put like 4 or 5 pennies on it. But
folks, for real, kids. Yes, if you want it to weigh down, just put pennies on the needle, yo, so that way it don't bounce when the family's dancing. Cause come on, man, we grew up. I don't know about you. I grew up in an apartment building in Brooklyn, wooden floors. So you know what I mean. You hop, everything's jumping in the house.
Yeah, it's skipping, yo. So from there, like I had a double cassette tape deck. Now this is like getting into middle school, high school, and I connected his turntable to the radio.
Okay.
And I was recording stuff off the radio back when they were playing good music. I was making pause tapes.
Yo.
And I didn't know it was called pause tapes. And then later on, I'm hearing all these DJs say, yo, I used to make pause tapes. I was like, oh, shoot. So everyone did it. So
I still have my OG pause tapes.
Dope.
Dude, and even wifey, you guys, because I didn't have the mixers. You listen, bro, I could have been a DJ, but mommy, I'm sorry I have to use these words, caught blocked the opportunity of me getting a set back in the day. I mean, I had Swerving Vegas, bass bottoms, techniques from hundreds, a Newmark mixer. Yes, remember the big Swerving Vega bass bottoms from back in the day. You know what I'm talking about? The backbreakers. You needed 2 people to carry that.
Hell yeah. So, I can't that now.
Yo, dude, I was about to get that whole set for about 1,200 beans back then. And mama said, no room in the crib. A small Brooklyn crib. That's why you inspired me to buy me my new Hercules mixer. Thank you. Oh, man. You inspired me. All right. Yeah, bro, that's what you do. Djtiger inspired Mega, Wepa. All right? So, but when your parents were playing that music, right? How did it make you feel as a kid, though? Were you somebody just really jamming out? You started connecting because you were really connecting to the music, or you just found it fun?
Yeah, it was fun. And I guess it's like, it's, how when you get older and then you realize what you were appreciating, but when you were younger, you were just living in the moment. So I remember my father had you remember the 2-inch reel to reel?
Oh my God, no way.
He had one of those I recorded Pac Jam on it, Prince's 1999.
Oh wow!
Like he had this old school joints on these reel to reel, and I used to play I used to record it back, and spin back, and listen to it using the reel to reel.
Nice.
Using the reel to reel. Yep. So, like I said, it wasn't old school then. You were just living, in with the moment. Whatever I had. Of course. Whatever I had to use.
I hear you.
That was around the house before I can, start getting money to buy stuff. I would use that. So
I hear that. I used to do the same thing. My mama had a regular old turntable, and then one of my mom's cousins, she used to buy me wax for Christmas all the time. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you want? I mean, she bought me classics, but I had the first album, Rock R&B, Rock Him,
nice.
Some matchup, the best of for a certain year. She would bless me, so I connected that to the old boombox with the one tape.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Hit record and start making my own tapes, you know?
Yeah.
That my father would then be telling me, baja esa mierda, you know, lower that shit, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah. Too loud. Turn that shit down.
I've always had a problem, bro. I cannot, even my wife at some point tells me, all right, yo, can you lower it? Like, when it's DJ Tiger, I don't give a fuck if I'm working, bro. I have to
music
blast.
Gotta be loud. It's gotta be
bro.
loud.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, I can't afford a neck brace right now. I'm waiting for the FullBlast brand, but
yeah. Yo, 2021. You know what I mean? We trying to cover all bases. But yeah. So from there, I can remember. I don't know if it was my first record that I bought, but I can remember scratching King of Rock.
Oh wow, word. No,
and I can remember I had it. I bought Gemini turntables from Busy Bee. It was a mall in Massapequa.
Oh shit! I remember Busy Bee. Yeah, bro.
Nassau.
Yeah,
right by the.
They had a couple of locations back then. There was something back then.
Yeah. And I bought a Gemini.
You said
I had the Gemini turntables, but I had a Radio Shack mixer, the realistic.
Oh my god! But yo, Radio Shack used to try. You know, hey, bro, when you had no money, son, it's yo, you do what you do.
Yeah, yep.
The Radio Shack. Oh my god, taking it back. Yo, then Mario's dying over here. Like, yo.
So yeah, man, you had to work with, you know what I mean? And yeah, I was starting to DJ from there. I started
Can I ask you though, before you even move on to that though, as a kid, did you discover any DJs that made you say, ooh, I like what they're doing?
Yes. I'm glad you brought that up. This guy around the way named K1. Him, his brother, and I didn't realize it at the time, is the brother of Kool Herc.
Get out.
The pioneer of
Get out.
Yeah. As a kid, I didn't know the statue of who Kool Herc was. I just knew his brother Little Herc, and Kool Herc was his brother. I didn't know that. Now, I used to go to his house, and he had the first original Ultimate Break beats on vinyl. And he had Technique 1200s, and he used to spin them.
Yeah.
And I used to just watch, do break beats. Like, he was like, yeah, man, you got to know about these break beats. So I was like, okay. So I just go to his house.
How old were you at that stage? How old were you?
I was still a young teenager, man. I still had to be. This was before I graduated because I went to the Army after that. So it had to be between 13 and 17, maybe.
Wow, bro. You were hanging out with that legendary family. That's nuts.
Yeah. It was just chilling, Went to his house and just in his basement, he's just, playing the break beats, just going back and forth. And that was dope, and I always attributed him with giving me that too, man. Like
sparking that fire.
Yeah, and like I said, it's as this developed, I'm thinking of everything that made me who I was, you know what I mean? And I want to definitely always like shout them out. Like if I run into K1 again, like I want to tell him, bro, like you helped me with this. My father, he comes into the lives. You know what I mean? He used to tell me, yo, you should put jazz with hip hop, mix it. And then P Rock and Sail Smooth came out. He's like, man, I told you could have been making. I said, Dad, I didn't have a drum machine. I wasn't making beats like that then. You know what I mean? But he was telling me then. He was like, yo, you should put jazz, mix it into hip hop. Because he's a big jazz dude.
But then Guru really smashed it with Jazzmatazz. So.
Oh, yeah.
I have that on tape still.
Oh man,
I bought that on tape. I was a big listen, when it comes to Brooklyn hip hop, I was all over it. A proud Brooklynite from Greenpoint, so it's like Strong Island, we all love too. We're all New York at the end of the day. I ain't gonna be trying to fight this borough bull crap. We're all one nation, son.
Facts.
All right. So you get inspired early on in life, by your boy here. And so what were the initial steps you took then to start getting into this type of life and becoming in your journey into a DJ? Like, what was your initial steps? Like, how did you become acclimated? Like, say, okay, this is where I'm going to go. This is my direction. Or was it something that you just navigated and it just happened?
It just happened. It wasn't like, okay, I'm going to try to get these records. I want to see if people want to hire me. Nah, I was playing music for my friends. And my father had a what do you call it, a playroom. He had it built in the back of the house. We had a pool table and a bar in there. I used to have my equipment on the bar. My friends would come over, play pool, and I'd just be in there just playing music. Had the speaker on playing music. So eventually, more people started coming over, started hearing about it. Then I'm trying to remember like my first party. Like someone would have to remind me. But I remember someone, wanting me to play music. So I was like, all right. I was buying records every week. I was going to either Upstairs Records in Queens, or I was going to IDJ when they were selling vinyl at the time. And I was buying records.
You didn't like going into Brooklyn and hitting B Street?
I didn't know about B Street.
Oh, word? You didn't know B Street?
Yeah.
That was my home for vinyl.
See, on Long Island, the people I hung with, they weren't really accustomed to the city, or I don't think all the happenings. Gotcha. So that kind of limited me to what I was buying. And that in turn limited me into like, I didn't know the Philly hip hop scene. Like I knew Steady B, but I didn't know the deep, you know what I mean? Unless I saw a video music box.
So you're telling me that the record pools, because that's what they would call back then, all right, for you guys that don't know, but there was record pools. Were you part of any record pools, like in that instance? Or no?
Nah, I was just going to buy records. Like if I had got money every week from my little job, I would go and just buy records. Whatever I heard on the radio, I would get it, or I would start digging.
You want to laugh here. See, dude, I was inspired as well, like you, always with music. I love music, right? But then a DJ moved into my building. I call him. He's like my real big brother, although from another mother for real. He goes by GLMJ Sounds. Gabe Moises. He was the DJ, and I started seeing what he's doing. He influenced me into the music. But then all of a sudden, I was the person with the ear for music. So I'm like, yo, you got to pick this up. You got to pick this up. You got to pick. And he's like. I inspired him to a point. Let me tell you, I met somebody, a good friend, that worked at a record label, and he was part of a record pool. Bro, I had that. Remember that? Oh my God, Bust a Move.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, bro, I had the first press, not like the record pool press, the preview.
Oh, promotional only. And I gave that to him, and I said, yo, Gabe, trust me on this song right here, and watch people jam out your next party. He's a mobile DJ, and he also did stuff for the cops in New York. Apparently, he was like he's the cops DJ. Apparently. Oh, okay.
Over there. Not that he supports them, bro. Money's money.
Yeah. Pay bills.
Yeah, bro. So I put him on. He goes, that shit blew up. And I kept telling him songs. Like he would come to me weekly. He's a DJ coming to a kid. And at this time, I was 14 years old, asking like, "Yo, what's hot this week?" Trying to get like more of a kid's opinion because you knew, it's young blood music, right?
Yeah,
bro. Like I said, Mama stepped in the way, but hey, you re-inspired me. I took my direction elsewhere, but you re-inspired me, bro.
Hey, it was meant for you to do what you're doing now with Comic Crusaders.
Yeah, man. That's why it was awesome to meet you with your awesome Marvel hat, bro. And the awesome FullBlast sweater, folks. Look at how dope that design is. Where could you get that, Djtiger?
My store, teespring.com/stores/FullBlast Radio.
There you go, FullBlast. Just look at it all over the place. Now, so let's get into it. So what was that first step into the DJ world for you? What was your real first taste of the big time, if you will?
I remember DJing a party at the Boys Club in Glen Cove. My cousin ran it. My father's cousin. It was on a hill in Glen Cove. And I had an amp, not a DJ amp. I had one of those stereo rack amps.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
so I'm playing the music as the night's going on. It's in the summertime. Didn't know about a fan.
And that fuse blew.
And I remember some dude said, "Yo, I could cook a steak on that amp." And the party was over after that.
Oh, that's your first time.
It was one of my first times. Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, so I know if I'm using this kind of amps, I'm gonna need a fan. So a lot of stuff was trial and error. you know, different stuff I had to get. And I started doing, like I said, parties around the neighborhood for people.
Okay. But how did you spread that word? Was it a word of mouth thing, or was it you saying people, yo, I know I could do this if you need someone, blah blah?
Yeah, it was word of mouth. Yeah, I only remember after, like, as I got a little older, I started making business cards and stuff like that. But yeah, around that time, this is pre like graduation and before I went to the Army. So yeah,
thank you for your service, bro. I know you mentioned that earlier and I didn't say that, but thank you for your service, hermano. For real, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. And yeah, it was just, like I said, it was fun, man. It was fun just doing it. And you know, I got to, you know, hang out. I was doing like house parties till like 4 a.m, no drama. You know what I mean? Like, there might have been little fights here and there, but it wasn't nothing like, well,
bro. So wait, so what era were you DJing then? So what year is this now?
This is maybe 87, 88.
Oh yeah, definitely always fights.
Yeah,
but if it's not a fight, it's not a good party.
Oh yeah, right.
Back then, you know it.
It's always one knucklehead, you know.
There's always one knucklehead. Even Al Mega, I was never the knucklehead. But even one time I had to, like, all right, like somebody tried to disrespect. I was like, I don't want to do this, but especially at my wife's friend's birthday party, But it's like the dude disrespected a little bit too much, and I was like, all right, bro. Once I heavy breathe, there's a problem.
Yeah.
You just hear me go. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to take it.
That's it, bro. I'm done. Patience is gone. This Puerto Rican can take no more.
Wepa on his ass.
Yeah, bro. Let me tell you. All right. So what made you go into the service? You're having all this fun early in life, right? You're spinning, you're doing your thing. But what was that decision you in a personal life? And again, thank you for that, man. That's a step that many people are willing to take in life. But thank you for wanting to step out there and put your life to protect our freedoms, my brother. But what made you make that decision?
Well, at the time, I wasn't like no big patriot or nothing like that. I can say this for a fact that I got coerced into joining. It was a recruiter at the high school.
Okay.
He was like, oh, yeah, you get this money for college, this and that. It'd be great. And, I wasn't a big kind of stand your ground type person growing up. I was kind of like in the shadows and, I wasn't like a conversational person like that.
Me neither, bro. If it came to me, it came to me. But other than that, I was never looking for anything. Keep my head down, be friendly, and that's that. Even like I am now. I don't look for it, but if you want to bring it, I ain't, like 50 said, bro, then all right, I'll step up.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, he got me, man. And that day I got off we rode a cattle truck onto the base. And once those sergeants opened the door and said, "Get the F off!" I started screaming. I was sitting there like, "What the hell did I just do?"
And how long were you in the service for?
I was in basic for 8 weeks at Fort Misery, aka Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri.
Damn. That bad, son?
Bro, in the summertime, there was no grass. There was nothing but rocks.
Oh, damn.
We had to do drills. Usually you do drills like in football, you're on grass. Yeah. No, we were on rocks doing it. So.
Oh, damn. Son.
And then I did additional AIT training at Fort Lee in Virginia. That was cool. It was a little bit the discipline, but it was more laid back because you had your weekends.
Okay.
Then you got to wear your civilian clothes near graduation, and that was
cool. So during those weekends, as you served, did the persona of Djtiger, come out, or when did that persona even get created?
Yeah, hung out a few times, went to a few clubs, went to a few hotel parties. So leave it at that.
Leave it at that because Mrs. Tiger's listening. That's in the past, all right?
It's in the past. This is pre-marriage, pre my kids and everything. So.
Oh, kids, bro. How many kids you got, brother?
I got 2 boys. One will be 21 in May, and
21 in May, and a 25-year-old brother. Well, congrats, salute to the little, tigers out there, little tigers, if you will. Awesome, awesome. So you listen. Oh man, check this out. So I like this because I told people in order for you to win this awesome prize, you gotta ask questions too, because this is our brother, right? So Brandon asks, have you ever been able to meet and/or work with any of the DJs that you looked up to coming up?
When I DJ'd on shout out to Digital, Lies Pop, AC the God, rest in peace, and Struggle, and DJ Richie Ruckus of the Battle Zone radio show in Stony Brook. That's when I first got my. Well, even before that, I was on another college radio station. But
how did you even get into college radio? First of all, I mean, how was that? Well, I know people are listening, so and I know there's a lot of probably potential DJs here, right? So how did you even get into college radio? Like, what are those steps like?
Well, they already had a show, and he heard about my mixes and what I was doing on Long Island. Yeah. So I did a party for one of his friends that I became friends with when I lived in this was Coram, Middle Island. This is on Long Island, and I did a 70s party for her. People came there with the afros, bell bottoms, and I did a 70s soul party, and I met him through her. So from that party, he was like, "Yo, we need another DJ. We're starting our own show. Let's bring him on." So that's how I got to DJ on the Stony Brook with.
It was that easy. We need to bring him on, and they spoke to you. You were like, "All right, I'm in."
Yep.
That easy. Wow.
Midnight, 3 a.m. We did it on Tuesday nights into Wednesday.
Wow, bro. Nice, bro. Yeah. So then how did that develop even further then for you?
Well, as far as the meeting people, we would have marathons every year, and it was a donation because college radio, you don't get paid for it. Yeah. So it was donations to keep the station running because the station, even though they were on a college campus, they were separate from the university.
Oh, so word? Is that common with every college radio station?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of uncommon
but for that situation, that particular college station is a separate entity from the college that has to subside on its own to supply content to the college.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane, bro.
But they had, they were on FM, so people from Connecticut can hear us, and even people said like as they're coming into Long Island, you can start hearing us too, depending on I guess the weather. But we would have an annual hip hop marathon. There was 3 hip hop shows other than Battle Zone, and it was a 72-hour marathon of nonstop hip hop.
Oh,
it would start out with one show. We'd be the anchor. We'd end off the marathon. And
great, man. The headliner, kiddo. Wepa.
Yeah, and it was dope because Digital had contacts with DJ Evil D, the Beat Miners.
Say word.
DJ Melstar. Who else?
Wow.
Large Professor.
Woo, man.
Ralph McDaniels.
Oh.
Yeah, so
dropping names. I need a broom, bro.
These dudes would come through and we would do the interviews with them, or they would DJ. Bumpy Knuckles came through, DJ'd on my set.
Really?
He put a signature on it, but I don't have those turntables anymore. I'm mad about that. But that's another story. Yeah, that's another story.
Well, after this, we're gonna get into that. We have a little bit of time, brother. We gotta know what happened at that damn turntable, all right? And we have even more questions here too. Not even Reno. He comes up with, what well-known or famous DJ inspired you to make a living as a professional DJ? Because I know you mentioned legend like a Red Alert back then, Chuck Chill Out, and all them cats. I remember, you know what I mean? All the cats I grew up with. What's funny, Tiger, you know how I got put onto that? It took my uncle coming from Puerto Rico to tell my 11-year-old ass are you not listening to 98.6? I said, well, my parents are biased. They're always listening to Spanish music. I'm trying to put on English and they stop me sometimes. I'll take that off. You know what I mean? It bothered them at the time. I hated that. So, so he goes, here. He bought me a Walkman, bro. One of my first Walkmans. Folks, a Walkman is basically an old school MP3 type player that will pick up digital radio station, the radio station, not digitally, but analog with a tape in it, all right?
I'm sure everyone in the chat know that.
I'm pretty sure our old folks here, but I'm pretty sure kids are going to catch on. So look up a Walkman. I still have the first Sony Walkman, collectible. The first one. Yeah, and I got the yellow and gray one, too, the sports still.
Waterproof joint. Sports
yeah, bro. I love those joints. But that's how I got, put on, man. That's my shit. Well, you're awesome here. But, we come from the same old school age almost. I mean, I was born in 75.
Okay.
I didn't serve, but I could say that I served in Brooknam, School RnB in the 90s, which was its own war zone.
Hell yeah.
On some real shit. I'm lucky I'm alive. I had that very same DJ I mentioned earlier tell me, bro, I didn't think you would live through that era. Because there was so much shit going on. And unfortunately, I was involved in dumb shit, as a teenager. Aren't we all?
I heard about the 80s in Brooklyn, the Decepticons.
Bro, I had Decepticons, HBO, which would make me laugh. Homeboys Only. I don't know if you heard of them.
Nah.
Obviously Nietas, the Kings, Dominicans don't play, all different type of shit going on back then. And it's like, and it wasn't even, unlike LA, which is bandanas, back in my hood, it was the beads. The yellow and blacks, the red and blacks, the white, red, blues. Crazy stuff, man. It was insane shit, bro. How does, you know what? That's a question for you too, because how was that in Long Island and you growing up? Was that a thing? Because, I know I don't want to tie that into hip-hop culture, but, hip-hop culture is tied into that life sometimes. So, through various members of it, in the culture. So were you affected or afflicted with that in any point of your life, being involved in hip-hop?
Nah, I could say it was never, we had, shout out to 808. This was at Huntington. We had the 808 posse, but it was just a bunch of people from Huntington that were affiliated. I wouldn't call us a gang. I don't remember them going.
So long as you don't look for trouble, you're not a gang. I like that. You're just a club, a crew.
Yeah, it was a crew. To me, it was a crew.
Like the breaking days. Did y'all break dance or something? Come on.
Nah, it was
let me ask you that, bro. Did you ever break dance? Because I say you're a fan of breaking in hip hop. Were you a breaker? Pop and locker? What's going on here, bro?
I didn't do the windmill, but I could spin on my back. I could do the popping and
Wepa, yo, full blast. Full blast, yo. We put Djtiger on full blast. He was a breaker back then. Yo, did you have a little bit? Did you have the outfit, the windbreaker, and all that stuff? The Adidas
yeah, the windbreaker.
What colors you had? I had the black and red. I had the black with the red stripes.
I had a blue one. I remember I had a blue windbreaker. They got a black. Did I have a black one? They got a black one. I had the windbreaker pants.
Stuart Wilson's like, hell, I was a breaker.
Yeah, man, it was fun. It was more. It wasn't like a serious like, yo, I'm gonna go battle somebody. It was just
for fun.
You saw it, so it was like, oh man, I want to do that.
Hell yeah, son. Yo, bro, I had in my neighborhood, and see, you said your crew was 808, my crew was Moore Pound. We lived on Morgan Avenue. That exit off the BQE Morgan Avenue, that's where I lived.
Oh, okay.
That's where I grew up. Yeah, Morgan Avenue exit. Okay. So we were Moore Pound. So it was fun. But even as a kid, I would break, and I was the only one of my crew, if you will, that was so much into hip hop and to dance and music. A lot of people weren't into that, and also comics. I like, yo, dude, I was the uber geek even growing up. Bro, so, what about you? I mean, you with the music too, but I know this is Comic Crusaders. I also got to get into that too. Being a hip hop fan, were you also a comic book fan growing up? And what did you read? What was your first discovery?
Comics is the sixth element of hip hop, bro. I had a closet full of Green Lantern, X-Men. X-Men was my favorite.
He says Green Lantern, and we have this today.
Nice. Yeah, Green Lantern, Flash, X-Men, Firestorm was my favorite. Was one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you, Johnny Hughes. Did you hear that? I'm shouting out one of my family members from Comic Crusaders. He's my EIC. He's one of my partners in the game. And Johnny Hughes make fun of me for liking Firestorm.
Yo, Firestorm.
I said, yo, he's one of the illest characters, bro. He could transmute stuff. Yo, he could F you up really
nuclear.
Quick. That's what I'm saying.
Nuclear powers, nothing can beat that, bro.
Yo, this is why I had to interview you, bro. I knew it, bro. You were
Firestorm was my favorites, man. and that just popped up as I'm thinking about it. I was like, oh, should I remember always buying Firestorm comics?
I loved it too. It was a hothead, maybe because I'm Latino and I could just look at the picture and kind of say, yeah, that's me, a hothead.
Yeah, man. That what else? I used to buy the Archie comics, the little book comics.
Me too, the digest. I like them.
100, 200 pages. Yeah.
Yo, the jumbo digest, those were good stuff though. And again, that's what our parents would buy us to keep us quiet. Let me tell you, because somebody mentioned the other day how before you get a haircut, wouldn't your parents take you to the newsstands and kind of get you a comic book or a magazine and shut you up?
Newsstands. And rolls around.
Yeah. That's how I started. Mommy was getting me at 8, 9 years old, Conan magazine, Savage Sword with titties and everything. You know what I mean? It's like, I shouldn't be reading these things, but this is why to this day, exactly, I love Conan, bro. Like, thank you, homie. You helped me, son. This is awesome.
I used to ride my bike to the store, to the convenience store.
Yeah, man.
What books I wanted, go home, read them.
Brandon, I want to answer your question real quick. WandaVision starts tonight at midnight EST.
What?
Yes.
Well, because I told my wife I might not wait for tomorrow. She got mad. So we're gonna
EST midnight tonight, everybody. All right.
And I heard it's 2 episodes. The first and second.
We're getting the first and second episode, folks. So we're getting 2 episodes of this madness that will be one. Although, to be honest, the one I'm most looking forward to is Loki. Because when I saw that trailer, I was just cracking up throughout it. So it's like, I really want to watch something that makes me laugh and really takes me out of this world. So when I say escapism, I think that Loki is the perfect representation of that because it's going to be fun and funny.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
I love that. That's what we need nowadays, folks. We don't need too much.
Perfect for that role.
Yeah, bro, he is. He's Loki forever, bro. He's gonna be typecast. I hope he understands this.
I know. But he is a good actor. I saw him in something else. He's a real good actor.
No, he is. But like today I saw the Mr. Miyagi documentary, and it was so sad that they almost did not give him the role in Karate Kid because of his role in Happy Days. They were like, nah, bro, he's that dude. He can't be no samurai type dude. Get out of here. Wow. So what one of his boys did that worked within the film production company was, do a test film footage and say, yo, I want you to do this scene with this cat. And when they showed this to the same dude that said no, they're like, oh my God, he was awesome. Who is that? He goes, he's the dude you said no to, bro. Oh, I want him. I got to apologize right now.
Yeah. Wow. Man, if they would have made that mistake.
Yeah, they wanted to get the dude that was from the Lone Wolf and Cub movies to play Mr. Miyagi. But the problem was that he didn't know English. So he really had that, I'm a samurai, type talk. So that would have fucked up the film, to be honest. Thank God, that they took this comedian, because Pat Morita was a comedian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they blessed him with a serious role that he got an Academy Award nomination for.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Blessed to that minorities getting shots.
We were watching season 3. I'm not done with it yet, but we're on like maybe episode when he goes to Japan.
Aren't you hooked?
And gets the letters.
Yo, dude.
I didn't get emotional, but that was a real good episode.
Bro, you know that you had a lump in your throat.
Yeah, real talk, man.
That's old school. We grew up with this.
That's what's so dope about this series, because you know when they do movies and they do a flashback, but they create the flashback, they're using the Karate Kid actual movie as a flashback. And it works, man.
And what I give credit is to Evil Dead. Did you see the Evil Dead series where, you know, they had the actor from Evil Dead and they were flashback to the movie? Oh my God, did you not see the Evil Dead series?
I have the series and I haven't even watched it yet. I had it for years and I haven't watched it yet.
No, bro, watch the movies and watch the show. The show basically gives you all the flashbacks similar.
Okay.
Similar to what Karate Kid is doing. That's where they learned it from. And Brandon right here is like, y'all remember TV show Sidekicks? Yes, I do. One season, right? And 6 Elements like John Kreese. I hate that mofo right now.
Yo, I hate that. And that's how you know he's a good actor, because I hate that.
Yeah, I want to beat his old ass.
What? I want to take all his dentures out.
Hey, you know he got dentures too. All right. So, Tiger, so there's something I want to show you here. I found this while I was searching, you know, and looking for news, right?
Okay.
Bro, I did not know that you showed up in the Vibe magazine as having one of the best 5 mega mixes for the late great notorious B.I.G.
James Brown joint. Yeah, man. Thank you,
bro.
Man.
Top 5, bro. Woo!
Thank you, man.
Bro.
Thank you.
Wow.
I appreciate it, man.
How did
I got tagged in it,
bro?
One of the other DJs, he tagged himself in it saying thanks Vibe and thank you to other DJs, and he tagged me. That's how I found out.
So you didn't even know?
No, I went on my Instagram. I said, "Oh shoot!" And I said, "Oh, I'm the other guy that did it." He was like, "Yeah, man, salute." I think it was, I don't know if it was J Period or it was someone else that did it. It was
J Period.
Yeah, I think he was.
J Period was one of them, one of the folks there. So yeah, so if you mentioned him, he must have been him.
Yeah,
because
I was like, wow.
Yeah, you up here with DJ Finesse.
It was DJ Finesse. That's who it was.
Oh, it was Finesse?
He tagged me. Yeah.
Bro.
DJ Finesse is dope, bro.
Yo, come on, man. You're talking to a 90s teenager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Finesse, and for him, yo, bro, you're listed with him here. I mean, yo, you know what I mean? Yo, you're just awesome, bro.
I couldn't believe it, man.
So when it came to your craft now, you know, how long did it take you for you to develop that craft of yours, you feel? You know what I mean? For you to really get into that grind and like really make this serious, because I know that in your normal life, you were a credit underwriter. How do you separate that from Djtiger?
Well, real quick, before we go into that, because we were talking about the college radio. Before Stony Brook, I was on the Little George shows in West Hampton with my friend Rollo. Rest in peace, Little George.
Rest in peace.
They gave me my first shot on being on college radio in West Hampton.
What year was that?
College. Oh, man. This was early 90s.
Early 90s. Wow. Okay.
Early 90s. Yeah. And they gave me, that was my first shot at I went up there like a few times. You know, the Battle Zone was every week for like 4 years. But
how did y'all come up with the name Battle Zone also? Why that particular name?
I don't know if I ever asked him that. Because they, like I said, they had the name already, and I was just brought into it. I guess it was, the logo had like a tank, so it was like, yo, we in the battle zone, like, because this is hardcore. This is the underground, the hip hop. You know what I mean? We didn't play none of that. Like, I don't play none of that. We didn't play none of that either. You know what I mean? So
got it.
Yeah. So
nice, bro.
Sean Price did a drop for Battle Zone. He was like Battle Zone Radio. He was like, I don't battle niggas though. Yeah, Sean Price was funny, man. Rest in peace, Sean Price. Yeah.
So was that the highlight of the drops that you've gotten thus far?
Man, we had a drop from De La, drop from
Rakim. Rakim,
get a drop of Battle Zone.
Wait, have you met Rakim though?
Yeah, I met Rakim. He performed at SOBs. Me and my wife met him.
SOBs, wow, old school.
I used a picture for one of my blends. I did a Rakim blend, and I used the picture that we took for the cover.
How is he in person, brother? Wow, you met fucking Rakim, the legend, son. I would love to meet him.
Dudes. One of the coolest dudes.
I would love to pick his brain because that's one of the most serious. He's when they want to talk about goats. I saw recently Twitter talking about Andre 3000 as the goat. Bro, why are you dismissing Rakim? Are you crazy?
I can't even get in those debates anymore because people's errors. There's errors. To me, it's a
right
error.
Yeah, absolutely right.
One true. To me, it can't be one true thing. You have your own list, and it can be subjective. Now, if you have people on there that you're smoking crack, then that's different. But you know what I mean? Everyone's subjective. That's why I don't like getting in those debates anymore because it's because then you'll forget. Like I've forgotten to put Guru in my top 10 because there was too many people in the top 10. You know what I mean? Because you forget. So then I'm like, okay, this guy is 2A, 2B, and 2C. Because there's so many greats in our era, man. That's why.
Yeah, the 90s was very, very insane. I mean, mid 80s and then going into late 90s. I'm not going to say, too late 90s, going into the 2000s.
Yeah.
But going into that, exactly, man. Right between that element of maybe 80s, 85 to 97.
Yeah, that era right there.
That's the golden era.
Yep.
That's the golden era. The Busters, the leaders of the new schools, Tribes, Nice and Smooth, Coogee Rap, fucking WuTang, bro. I bought that album day and day, that Tower Records, and my cats were sleeping on it. They only liked the one that was on the radio. I'm like, y'all motherfucking stupid. This is going to be the next one on the radio. This is going to be the next one on the radio. I would tell them. And then I was right. Only one dude listened to me, thank God. So I would make only mixtapes for him because he's the only one that had a car in the hood too. So it was me and him. I said, yo, you ready to take a ride? I got the tape, brother, so we could go get girls back in there, playing music, with his bullshit system we used to pick up in Canal, get fucking speakers, you know what I mean? Did you ever go to Canal Street, at least back in the day, Tiger, to get equipment? Because Canal Street, Delancey, all that stuff was the business for us back in the day.
Yeah.
For us, for equipment.
They had everything. Yep. I think
I bought New York, son.
I bought a pair of speakers. I know I bought some speakers. I don't know if it was there or it could have been because I went to Upstairs Records a lot, man.
That was
on Jamaica Ave.
Does Upstairs Records still exist?
I don't think so. I think I asked someone that recently. I don't think it's there anymore. I could be mistaken, but
well, you know what? That's not any. Listen, thank God for Google, bro. Right?
Oh yeah.
So, while we talk and chit chat here, right? So, now, where did FullBlast come from? Because, now you're doing your radio thing, and then I see you now on YouTube. What's FullBlast? Is that your baby? And if so, where did that get born from?
There was a dude I used to hang with. And then when I was younger, he was, put it this way, he was a Loki. He would get in all types of trouble, and I got into trouble with him being around this dude.
Because it was, gotcha. Through association.
Yeah, man, yeah.
I get that. That's the Brooklyn way.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep it 100. He was saying, yo, you should name yourself FullBlast, aka Djtiger. Because it was Djtiger, but he was like, you should name yourself FullBlast, aka Djtiger. And I was like, all right, we were kids. You know what I'm saying? So I kept the FullBlast, and then people would be calling me, yo, what up, FullBlast? I remember certain people from the hood would call me FullBlast. So, when I decided to, I want to do a radio station, I was like, all right, let me call it FullBlast Radio. It was just that simple.
So what made you want to do that though initially to create the station?
Because I got tired of complaining about the radio, because we saw the shift with what was played on the radio.
Of course, that same artist 5 times an hour.
Yeah, it went from our music playing on a regular basis to us getting 1 hour of old school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, I'm tired of listening to radio. So I stopped listening to the radio. All I would listen to was like morning shows and sports radio.
And when
Every
did you
time I
give
was
up
going
on
to work.
radio, though? When did you give up on radio? Because I'll tell you that, you know, for me, it was definitely by the time that MP3s and digital started coming out is when I really gave up on radio because it turned into trash. Because I remember me, at least in, like going to junior high school, bro, for lunchtime, I didn't want to chill with my friends. I had headphones and I would listen to DJ Frankie Knuckles on WBLS Spin Live.
Mm-hmm.
I was like that. I grew up on house. I grew up on hip hop. I grew up on that Puerto Rican freestyle music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I grew up on.
I can't remember the time period, but if that's around the time period where it changed was
starting because that listen, what was it? Hot 97 before it was Hot 97 was 103.5. They used to play a lot of freestyle and house music, right? Mm-hmm. I was there the day that they switched platforms and formats when they said, yo, right, the stroke of this, go to 97.1 when they became Hot 97.
Yeah.
I was there on that day and date, and their whole platform has changed. Yep, and Stuart Wilson, bro. Yeah, right here, bro. I remember these cats. I went to see the guy. I went to see the movie. Who's the Man? And the thing was my birthday with my boys. We got blunted and we blew up a stink bomb in the movie theater. Some guy wanted to fuck up whoever the hell did it, and obviously they did not find out.
Oh shit. But yeah, man. I was listening to Chuck Chill Out Red Alert, you know what I mean? And I think the shift came maybe in 2000s. You know, I think when the South took over, you know, instead of them,
it took over big too when they came in.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, okay, they want to play the big records that were popping, but you gotta understand the corporations took over as well.
Of course,
you know what I mean.
That's and what Disney was talking about, man. Those A&R with the short arms and deep pockets, you know.
yeah, everything started to shift. There were no more real A&Rs. There were that artists in development. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was no real, music directors. You know, and then remember Hot 97 got in trouble with that payola. These dudes were paying these people to play their records, even if they were trash.
I'll blast them. That was from Master Flex. That was the first one to get caught up in that whole mess.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and it was messed up because I couldn't understand. I remember, for example, I think a perfect example of payola is remember when Dre's album, the first record came off the Aftermath album? Bro, I swear, me and wifey were at the crib. We were listening to music that night, Saturday night when it debuted. This dude must have played that 8 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, but why is he doing this so much? I mean, I was loving it as an asshole. Cause I mean, it's Dre, bro, with a new track. But I was like, yo, something's up here. And, like you said, we're going to find out years later what's really going on and why that happens, which is not cool or fair to artists. Thank God for now, things like YouTube and whatnot, where artists could really get a moment to shine.
Yeah, radio's dead, man. And radio been dead. I mean, you ain't got to be on the radio to, if you want to be in that lane to be famous, you don't need to rate your record to hit the radio.
You're right. I mean? You don't. YouTube. Look at perfect example. So many artists that have just recently come out, and just because they've been found on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who they are, but the youngins, they know them. You know what I mean? I've seen a little whoever with like 100 million views, and I've never heard them before, never heard the song. But
so I gotta ask you here, man, because I know you mentioned this a lot. I just want to ask. I'm not trying to start no problem with you. I want to make it fun, but I do gotta ask. What is it with mumble rap that you just say, God damn, stop it?
I mean, I don't say stop it. I just say don't ask for it on my channel because I'm not playing it.
Gotcha.
It's just, it's not, to me, it's no, there's nothing in it, man. There's no substance. There's no, you know what I mean? Like,
it's the lack of storytelling, right? Like back in the day, or
not even that.
Or even a message, something.
There's nothing. It's just there's like a million songs that sound alike, the same. Like, where is it where you're supposed to not sound authentic? Where you're supposed to separate yourself from other people.
Absolutely.
Everyone wants to be the same. But see that, like I said, a lot of things go into the time we live in. It's technology. Anyone can get a computer, make a beat with a free program that has bullshit sounds in it and put it out.
Yep.
And people are so dumbed down. I mean, look what's going on in the country. People are so dumbed down with everything that anything that's shit, they're eating it.
Yep.
Whether it's music, whether it's fashion, whether it's politics, whether it's, you know what I mean? So it's across the board.
You got dudes telling you it's okay to wear a skirt, right? I mean, I personally am not going to wear one. If you want to do that, it's you, but don't be telling me like I should. No, I'm good.
Rocking a purse, wearing a dress.
Wait, no. It's a merce.
Then there's excuses for it. Oh, you know, the African tribal warriors wore this back. You ain't wearing it because the African tribal warriors got a skirt. Right? Stop trying to justify the bullshit.
Exactly, man. Listen, you want to be you, but don't justify it. Just leave me alone. You want to be you. I'm gonna be me, and it's great, bro.
Yeah,
you know
but I'm not gonna get on social media and like constantly like I'm not gonna like tag the people that are making the bullshit and then cause drama because some back and forth. Because you know the people that love that music, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're a hater." You know, if you don't like something, you're a hater. No, I don't like it because it sucks. Exactly. Y'all can't see it because you don't have any creativity. So
but it's not even the point. Just, you know what, folks, all they got to do is tune in to anytime Full Blasting is on, and you will learn what music is. You're going to see the difference. You're going to see, oh, okay, now I know what he means. And you will be, I believe, in total agreement.
And that's why, like I said, when I started FullBlast Radio, I said, I'm not going to complain anymore. I'm just going to start my own radio station and play what I like and play what I think I know the people from my era and my genre like. You know what I mean? So
and you do a great job of catching us, bro. You know, like I said, man, if I don't get a neck brace soon, I'm gonna have to sue you, bro, for hurting me.
We have a liability clause. You know,
oh shit!
FullBlast not responsible for any bodily injuries during this.
And it's true, folks. You know, it's facts. Exactly. I mean, for real though, this has been a great conversation. So now, what does the future? Actually, wait. Before I even get to the future of Djtiger FullBlast, I want to get back to that turntable thing. What happened? Well, how did you lose those turntables?
All right, so
I ain't letting you escape with that one. You thought I forgot, bro. Short term when you smoke is a lie, folks. You know, see, I didn't forget.
You came right back to it. Well, this was around the time where I had, so when the digital age came in, right? I was DJing with CDs at one point. I had these Pioneers, Pioneer CDJs.
Okay.
DJing with those, right? And I had my techniques, but I had them in storage. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start the easy route, not using these records anymore. Now this is before Serato. You know what I mean?
How many years before Serato?
I can't remember.
A good 10, 5, 6?
I bought Tractor before I bought Serato. Tractor is another software.
Yeah.
So the turntables I had, they were I had took the plate off and painted them blue. I was trying to like do some custom work and they looked like shit. But I was doing my own shit to it. I like to just experiment, take shit apart. But I had the turntables with me on Battles on Radio when Bumpy Knuckles came through. Wow. And I didn't know Bumpy Knuckles was a DJ. Like he DJs too. So he was DJing on my turntables. And then I was like, yeah, man, sign him, autograph. And he had a black marker and autographed it.
Nice.
So, like I said, after that, I had the turntables, put them back in storage. And then I went to customize them again. And I stripped all the paint off and forgot that he signed them. So I removed the fucking signature. Yeah. I was like, oh, I forgot he signed.
Shit.
Yeah, so I didn't even take a picture.
Oh, damn, bro.
Yeah, so that's what happened. But what I did was to redeem myself. I said, you know what? I'm gonna learn more about this Serato because it started coming back. It was coming back out, and I said I'm gonna buy it. And I put the CDJs. I had put them on Craigslist. That's when Craigslist was before it got all weird and crazy with the perverts.
Yeah.
Sold them on there. Someone came and picked them up. I said, I'm gonna pull the turntables back out. That's when I recustomized them. When I forgot that he signed them, got the Serato, and then I started building my digital catalog from there.
So, all right. So before we go, so let me get into that. How do you feel about that transition coming from a person that went from wax to CD and now to digital in the world of Serato? I mean, how has that journey been as a DJ for you?
Because when I tried the Serato out, I said, this is a game changer. Because I was stuck on, nah, man, you gotta keep it authentic. That's why I was like, I thought I was cheating with using the CDJs, but then I was like, at the same time, I was like, nah, wait a minute. I put in work, man, carrying 15 crates of records to parties and using burnt up amps and turntables. Like, I started with this, doing it the real way. So
yeah,
I wanted to go with technology, but when Serato came out and they had it set up in one of the record stores where you can see how well it worked as far as catching the music. I said, yo, this is just like turntables. You just ain't replacing the records. So I said, oh, this is a game changer. And that's when I was like, all right, it's going to still be authentic, using the turntables, but it's not using records, vinyl anymore. And then once I started seeing like DJ Scratch, Jazzy Jeff, other authentic real DJs, and I was like, I'm good. Ain't no one going to tell me, oh, man, you ain't no real DJ. I'm like, oh, you going to tell Jazzy Jeff that? You going to tell DJ Scratch that from EPMD? Then just shut up. You know what I mean? So
nice, man. So what's the future right now then for Djtiger and FullBlast?
Well, before I moved to Georgia, I'm in Georgia now. My last year.
Where were you last at? You moved from Strong Island to Georgia?
Yeah, I was in Brentwood, New York. Me and my wife, I met her in 2008 when Obama got elected.
All right, bet, man. So you won the presidency too, then.
Yeah. And so we moved in 2017. That year was when FullBlast started to gain a little more momentum. I did a first interview I did with Paris Smith of EPMD before I moved. And then when I moved, I had to reestablish myself because I didn't know anyone down here as far as doing parties. Because I was doing parties every week. So I said, I'm going to start the online thing, see how that go. And obviously, it helped out. I was able to quit my warehouse job, and I do this full time now.
Nice, bro. What a journey, man. I mean, have you learned any, again, before we go, because again, this is also about being an entrepreneur. You have an interesting journey here, how you've actually been able to also monetarily capitalize on this endeavor, via streaming. What tips do you have for anybody that want to pursue this journey? And what have you also learned, if at all, in regards to learning how to, monetize, a channel, if you will?
Gaining that knowledge to do like the YouTube, because that's where it started. It made me want to, okay, let's see what else I can do to monetize. So I have my blends. Usually, you can go and buy the mixtapes at the corner stores. Like they have gas stations with CDs. You go in there on consignment. Yo, here's 10 CDs. You sell these, you come back for the money. There's no more of that, man. I mean, they have that, but I have my blends on Bandcamp. Nice. I have where people donations. I'll send them links for donating to the radio station. send them links to download the mix for promotional use only, of course. Just different things, man. People donating, just giving support, man. That's the biggest thing. Like I said, when the tribe was started in 2019, man, it was a big support. They come in every day and support and love what I do, and that helped me engage more with the people in the chat, because it's weird. Me being a DJ, I'm a shy dude. Like, I was shy in school, I was shy growing up, but as DJ, you're in front of hundreds of people. So it's like, how can you be shy when you're in front of people? But it's like I use my hands to talk. That's why I hardly talk on my mixtapes. Talk all over them like, cool. I was never that dude. I just like to do the music.
Bro,
but now I talk more because they tell me, you talk to the people more. So it's different when you're live on a YouTube or live at a party or in a club.
Absolutely agree, bro. Live is a different monster, and you do a fantastic job at that. Shouting out the fam and all, you know what I mean? People, you definitely fire people up. When you mention them, all of a sudden, even talking more. I'm one of those mofos. Like, yeah, bro, thank you. You know how to amplify folks. That's part of the DJ experience. You do a fantastic job at that. So I've been scrolling this at the bottom. Let me again share yours yet again. I've been sharing it the whole show, so folks have been paying attention. Because if you look at the bottom, that's where you follow him on YouTube. You know what I mean? On Twitter, on Twitch. You gotta support this man. Now, what's your schedule like? Just folks get an idea, so that way they know when to visit the channels.
It's usually every day. Every day I try to do a midday mix at noon. Fridays, Saturdays is turn up and party. Sundays is more mellow. Sundays I do a reggae, and it's usually R&B Sundays.
Yeah, those reggaes get crazy though, Cranky. You put on that old school dance, so that me and wifey be a fanatics. We grew up in that era where where dancehall was blowing up, son.
Wait till I just told some of the tribe this earlier when I was streaming. Saturday, Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
We do songathons too, where people donate and they $5 a song and they request song. We be different song. We from rock, 80s rock to
I've been a part of that, folks. And let me tell you, party. So you party. I mean, it's a mashup. You have a good time. Yeah.
So this songathon we doing, usually it's the second Saturday of the month we've been doing them, but this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, I think it might be the first. It's Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
From 6 p.m. to midnight, we're doing classic house-a-thon. All house music. 6 hours straight.
Stop.
So the music gonna just keep going. As they request it, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna just keep mixing them in. If the YouTube cuts the stream off, we're gonna be on Twitch. So regardless, it's gonna go 6 hours straight.
What he's basically telling you, folks, is definitely stay on Twitch, because I think it'll be a safer place. Because YouTube is an asshole right now, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
YouTube, don't cut me off for saying that. I'm sorry.
I'm going through this right now, man, trying to get stuff resolved, man.
It is what it is. But here you are, but you're sharing the knowledge. You're doing what you're doing. You work hard for your cash, and this is amazing, folks. This is inspiring. I think you're amazing, bro, and you have a great community, and this community has taken part of this right now, doing what they're doing. So you know what? I want to announce a winner, because I'm looking at this stream. Tell me if you agree with me. Does it look like 6 Element of Hip Hop has been the one that has commented the most? If you look at the chat,
looks like it,
right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I see a whole bunch. Is he doing both Twitch and because I see tons over here. Yeah, man, he's gonna keep going now just to try and win.
He said, "If you're doing what you love for a living, you never work a day."
But bro, it's true, folks. It's right there. It's the facts. All right, you know what, 6 Element? That's a fact. Bro, Papa, this is yours, bro.
Go down. Congrats, 6 Element.
Just DM me your address. DM me your address, bro, and this figure is yours, brother. the sexy McFarlane figures. Shout out to McFarlane Toys, bro. All right. So, all right. I know that it's there, Tiger. I want to thank you for your time. So I don't want to take too much more of your time, but this has been a blast. No pun intended.
I got movie night at 9:00 tonight on Twitch. We watching.
Yeah, but movie night, folks.
Russell Simmons, the show.
What do you got? What do you got?
Russell Simmons, the show.
The show. So where can they tune in for movie night? Twitch
TV and Zoom. We got a private Zoom. So if you want to join me on Zoom, email me.
And where do they email you at if they want to be part of that room tonight?
Djtiger.inc@gmail.
There you go, folks. This is an amazing DJ. Please take my recommendation wholeheartedly here. Look at that at the bottom. This is an amazing DJ that will be giving you neck problems at work if you listen to the chat. But it's so worth it because you'll be jamming out to amazing music that are blended very skillfully by an amazingly talented individual here. That 2021, many further blessings, to the whole tribe right here that has been on.
One love to the tribe.
To Mick, Stuart, Reno, Nick, Demario, Brandon, Brother Dragon, Kareem, everybody that been on and watching. Sorry if I didn't shout you out if I didn't, but much love nonetheless. Check me out at comiccrusaders.com. Check out my extended podcast family at undercovercapes.com as well. All right. Also on my Twitter at the Real Al Mega. Same on Instagram. You know what I mean? If you want to hear my nonsense. And basically what I do is just share my family stuff similar to what I do for Djtiger. When I tell you guys, for real, when you watch, don't just like, please share. The algorithm states you got to share. So share that on your social so that we both could get noticed. And if you want to share what we do. Djtiger, many blessings, bro. You are an awesome dude. And with that, guess what? Guess what I'm going to say?
That's good.
Amado Mega para que tú sepas, Wepa. Hasta la próxima, baby.
Wepa.
Woo!
Salud. One love.